Our next presentation is something that we've teamed up with Google for, with a relatively new technology they have, Hangouts. So obviously it's a bit of a first for the event. We've never done a web chat before, and we're super excited about making this a part and being able to actually bring someone like Roman to you guys and sort of, I guess, experience a little bit of his world. I'm sure you're all aware of Roman's work, or you've seen little bits and pieces, but he's an incredible director and creative, and I personally am just very privileged to actually have him a part of Semi-Permanent. He's been one of the people from day dot that we've definitely wanted involved, so it's terrific to have him here today. So to get things started, we're going to play a bit of a video and get you guys up to speed. Roman.
Hello. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me.
Just to paint a little bit of a picture for you, Roman, we're obviously in Sydney, and we're in the auditorium, and there's probably, I think, about 2,250 people or thereabouts. So there's a big sea of people that you're talking to, even though you're there and we're here. It's an absolute pleasure having you on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited and sort of apprehensive, but more excited than apprehensive. This is going to be a fun adventure for 90 minutes. We're in the heart of Hollywood, California, at our headquarters of the Directors Bureau, and it's kind of fun. I feel like it's the early days of live TV. We have all sorts of cameras and gizmos and switchers, and I'm very pleased to be included in this, and this technology and being linked up in this way is something I'm very curious about, and the theme of my work is curiosity, and I have a interest in playful things, surprising things, and so it's always fun to, I like the sensation of delight. I love magic, and I love games and play, so if it evokes a feeling of delight, that's maybe the spirit of my work. Anyway, I'm pleased because there's a few friends and guests that are going to be appearing, and it's fun to have an opportunity to share that and to have a visit with some old friends and to meet some new people in Sydney.
Obviously, you've had a really long and amazing history with music videos, and you're still continuing to do them today.
Yeah, well, I'll show a couple of my favorites. You know, I was very lucky to get going in videos when at a time that I consider sort of a golden moment in music videos, mid-90s on. There was something really happening in that world, and I sort of liken it to, you know, in the days of silent movies with all the Charlie Chaplin and whatnot, they'd be making these, you know, one-reelers in a day, and you're just jamming it out. They're being screened, and it was very immediate. And of course, there's still a world of videos that still has that vitality, but in the time that I was mostly working or introduced to it, it was particularly exciting. And anyway, I think back on that time very fondly, and with a lot of creativity and a lot of you know, excitement and kind of one-upmanship. I would do a video and try to impress my colleagues, and they would do something that maybe that I would make note of and say, oh, I wish I had that idea. So anyway, that's what I think of when I think of that time doing videos. This video I'd like to show first is called Revolution 909. It was done for Daft Punk. It was a time when I was thinking about how videos during that time would be shown on MTV, and often they would be played again and again and again and again. And I thought, how could I take advantage of the fact that there might be multiple viewings of a successful video, and not just, and kind of get something for it. So that was one of the ideas that I won't spoil, but fit its way into this video. So I guess we should go ahead and run Revolution 909, the Daft Punk tune. Obviously, the notion of presenting a recipe as having a certain instruction and getting, you know, when one sees this video time after time, you start to really pick up all the steps of the recipe. And so that was a sort of a fun, novel payoff that I enjoyed as a little dividend. You know, to me, creativity and the videos I'm interested in often have to do with, you know, fusing unexpected ideas together, and the notion of having a rave and a cop and having this recipe are kind of unexpected things that seem to fit very naturally. So that was something that I was attracted to and fits into some of my other work. I think, you know, it may be time to introduce our next guest. So, Mom, are you there? Can you unmute your camera? Can you speak and say hello?
Hi.
Can you guys see my mom?
Yeah.
Great. Woo! So this is my first very special guest, my mother, and you know, obviously family is a very important thing to me. And I should say that Phoenix, the band, the singer his name is Thomas, and he's married to my sister, and so there's all these kind of threads of family through my work too. That's maybe noteworthy. But anyway, I wanted to, you know, when I was told that I could bring some special inspiring guests on, I thought, well, of course I got to bring my mom on. and to introduce her and say that she's an artist and what she calls a generalist, a person who's done many things in her life, including writing and photography and documentary filmmaking and all sorts of things. And anyway, I won't hog the mic, Mom, but I wanted to say thanks for coming to this presentation. And of course, I learned a lot from you and the world of our family being in a setting that had so many creative things happening. And anyway, what do you have to say about our upbringing, or what do you think of my work, or what do you want to say?
Hey, you didn't tell me what I was going to. Okay, Roman, I think your experience in the family, since the family went on all the locations, so we were really on all of Dad's films, and it couldn't be a more magical place for a kid because there's so many different departments. You seem to be interested in the special effects, particularly, and the makeup department. I recall on Apocalypse Now, you were always making big bloody wounds on yourself and bullet hits through your body parts. It's kind of showing early signs of being interested in that, and it's a magical place to be on a movie set with so many different opportunities to see things that were made, and I think that influenced you a lot.
I agree. I have tons of great memories. Let's talk a little bit about some of your work that directly influenced the videos that we saw, which is this notion, in the 70s, when I was a kid growing up, there was a lot of conceptual art happening, and you had a particular interest in that. All right, let's introduce, please, the movie we're about to screen, which is a concept commercial, and we'll run that film, and then we'll get on with the rest of our program.
Joseph Beuys, an artist, said that even the act of peeling a potato can be a work of art if it is a conscious act.
So, Mom, we're gonna move on to our other guests and stuff because I think we need to press on. But yeah. Thank you for being my guest, and thank you for inspiring me. And for all the folks in the audience, that film we just saw was my mom's thing called a concept commercial, and she felt that if products had commercials, why don't concepts have commercials? So that's what that short art film was that we just viewed. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Hi, how are you? Very good. I was watching.
That's my dad. And all right, so we're going to move on to our next guest. Thanks, Mom, for being here and participating in this wacky Google Hangout.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks. We'll sign off.
Obviously, along with your music video work, which you sort of talked about, and obviously going back in the past then, doing the Directors Bureau and special projects is another thing that obviously you put a lot of time and effort into. You want to start sort of going down that path, looking at those kind of things?
Okay.
Yes, I'd love to talk about it. My home base, I'm getting interrupted by our other guests. Sorry, excuse me. My creative home base is the Directors Bureau here in Hollywood, California, and we're a production company and idea factory, and we do a lot of different types of projects, a lot of commercials, but the area that's my special area of interest is called special projects, and I'm going to introduce my new guest here, Duffy Culligan, who's my colleague, and Duffy is in charge of special projects. And basically, it's an idea factory, and we've done a lot of different things. Some things have been for hire, some things are just for our own pleasure. And so anyway, Duffy, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, everyone.
Yeah. So I guess, one thing I thought would be maybe fun, hopefully for you guys, is to just introduce you to some of the ideas we've had. And as I've said, we do this for the fun of it, and we also do it as a business endeavor to clients that hire us to come up with ideas for them. Just to introduce some things, I realized that, when you make a movie or write a poem or do anything, you're obviously working with fiction and you're imagining things, you're making up characters, and you're supposing this thing really exists. And for many people, they feel like it exists because you have an experience with it. And I thought to take that idea and apply it to inventions and objects and experiences that normally don't have this kind of type of fiction. So Duffy and I have developed a bunch of fictional expressions of ideas that we'd like to see realized. So maybe we'll run the clip or the deck that we have, some visual things, and we could stop through each one, and I could just give a little description, and we'll see. We'll walk through it. Okay. So this is actually a different endeavor. This is called again. I'm just sort of taking this opportunity for this event to just show the things that interest me. So hopefully they interest you. This is an invention I came up with, which is called the photo bubble, and it's a huge inflatable soundstage which we use to shoot car commercials, and it's actually a business that does a lot of other projects even outside of the things I might direct, and it's just kind of a novel thing I wanted to show you guys. Let's go to the next page, please. This is an idea. I'll show you a little clip that Duffy helped me put together, but we've all seen the bouncy castles, which are the types of little castles for kids to jump around in. And it occurred to me it would be fun to have a booby bounce, which is a place that you go in and bounce around with inflatable breasts.
Not so much for kids.
Yeah. It's not for kids. This is for like a bachelor party or something. And our final idea, that just for fun is a smattering of things, is what we call the idea generator. It's an app. It's available in the App Store. It's called the Idea Generator. And we can run the little demo, and then Duffy can show it in action.
Yeah.
Internet portal to give the faithful better access to the world of the Holy See. And who better to help launch it than the top man in Rome? Pope Benedict performs a test on his iPad with a little bit of help.
Adesso poi ti puoi mettere già questa cosa. Così, Padre Santo. L'abbiamo aumentato, ecco così, ecco poi si può girare. Poi dopo qui c'è l'aspetto della televisione da vedere.
The pontiff has already shown that he's keen to embrace modern forms of communication to spread the message.
Così, Padre Santo. L'abbiamo aumentato. Ecco così, ecco poi si può girare.
Visitors to news.va will be able to see video, pictures and information on the portal in both English and Italian, with other languages to follow.
Anyway, we have the actual app here we can peek at. That's obviously a kind of a gag film
Not really.
Well, maybe he actually used it, it's hard to say. But maybe we get a close-up on the idea generator and we can have a live experience all together and generate an idea. So here we go.
Ready?
Let's hit the button.
Hope it's a good one. It is a cold, hairy glasses. I'm not so sure that's me. Our next.
Well, we need some good marketing behind that. Try another one. Just
Okay,
for the
one
hell of
more.
it.
Geometric DIY pop song.
It's a little abstract.
That's a little abstract.
Anyway, these are some of the ideas that Duffy and I like to come up with, and I just wanted to share my world a little bit and to share some of those thoughts. So thanks so much, Duffy.
Thank you for having me.
And we are now going to go to our special guest. Here we go. So here's my cousin Jason, who is here just to join us to say hello.
Hello.
Hey, Jason.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Hi.
So we're here at this conference, and you know, I was saying how much I love working with my family, and so you're my cousin, so that's you know, that counts. And we just wanted to take this opportunity to just say hello, have a quick visit. And I didn't want to have you spend your whole evening with us, but any other things you want to say, or you want to share any a joke or insight or a poem?
Okay. Poem. Fuck. I don't know about a poem, but let's see. Maybe, well, here's an insight. I was just thinking about this, is that I have a baby who is 17 months old, and she's getting to the point now where she can mimic words she hears, and and then mimic and then repeat them, like, they become part of the arsenal. And if you speak poorly or with a dirty mouth, she will absorb these words and use them. And now it's, I always, observed other parents saying, don't say that or whatever to me. But now that I have my own child who's beginning to do this, I understand why they do it. Anyways, so my wife, like, who grew up around a lot of children, is like, really, it's secondhand nature to her to spell out words now. Like, we should get rid of the D-O-G-G-Y, like, whatever. But I'm just realizing for the first time how terrible of, I don't know if I'm a bad speller or I'm a bad, like, air reader. But I'm having a very terrible time, like, understanding what words she's spelling. And like, I'm like, she'll, it's fine if she's like B-A-B-Y, but if it's like, sometimes I feel like literally she's saying, we should S-L-E-G-Y R-R-T-Y-Z-Y, and I'm just like, and then I'm like, can you say it again? And she's like, we got a R-G-Y-T-Z. I'm like, what the, just say the word. And then finally she just has to say it. It's like, I cannot read what she's saying.
Well,
that's an insight.
Practice. That is a good insight.
But it's and I know, Roman, that you have a child, that it's something that that I would just, like, I don't know, brush up on it. Whatever that is, whatever, I don't know what genre of, like, that is of our lives, but that's but it's definitely much more difficult than I ever thought to, like, try to, like, listen to my wife spell out words. It sucks.
Hey, Jason, do you want to, should we show the New Yorker app thing that we did together? Would that be fun?
Yeah. Should we talk about it?
Well, yeah, if you guys can spool it up while we're talking about it, but, well, I can say the New Yorker contacted Jason, and Jason contacted me and said, hey, we want to do a little instructional video for our New Yorker app. So we got together at Jason's house, and we just spent the day filming, really small crew, and had a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Jason Schwartzman, and I'd like to show you the New Yorker app for the iPad. So here it is, and you get every story every Monday, and when you find something that you're interested in, you just tap it, and to read it, you just swipe it vertically. There's a couple ways to get around the app. Touch anywhere on the screen, brings up your set of controls. Hit this one, table of contents, and then, excuse me. Hello? The hospital? All right, what's the number? 32365. All right, don't pull it till I get there. All right, bye. So here's the table of contents. Give it a firm swipe. You find something you want to read. And bingo was his name-o. Swipe horizontally to flip from story to story, or hit the browse button for a zoomed-out view of the entire issue. The fastest way to get from story to story is by using the scrubber located here at the bottom of the screen. Look. Incredibly, you can touch any cartoon in the magazine and be magically swept away to the cartoon gallery, where all of the cartoons in the issue are. Yes, all of the cartoons are. Don't forget to go to the cartoon caption contest. You can enter it straight from the app. Also included in the app are audio, video, and slideshow settings. For instance, if you want to listen to an author reading from their story, simply tap this red icon located here. Also, all these features work in both orientations. That's it. I hope this has been helpful. And please keep in mind that the New Yorker is constantly updating and improving their app. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Great. Thank you, Jason. So thanks for being our.
Can I do a PS on that?
Yeah.
We were like sent a loaner iPad, you know, to demonstrate all that with, and I was in the shower and in that pool multiple times, and the iPad still worked. So but it just doesn't make sense how like people can drop an iPhone and they break and they make all these cases, but you can like go swimming with an iPad and it somehow still works. But it was yeah. But anyway, well, guys, thank you all for having me. Roman, congratulations on this night. It's so cool on DJing this wonderful evening. And goodbye, Google, and goodbye, everybody who's watching.
See ya. Thanks for being here.
Ciao.
All right. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
So we don't have a lot of time, and I want to press on and not skip over any of our guests. So I am going to now bring on a friend, and this is a sort of a little interlude where I'd like to bring my old pal, Eric Bonerz, to come join me in my talk show here. Eric, welcome. Good to see you.
Roman, great to see you.
Great, you got your teeny. Eric is also known as Super Casanova. He's a musician, and I see you're kind of sporting a little bit of a hippie thing now.
Sure.
Is that
the first time I was trying to get my mind around the booby bounce.
It's a good product.
Yeah.
I know.
I gotta check that out. Oh, the hippie thing. Yeah. You know, I thought I'd go hippie. Actually, I got hippie beads here.
I noticed that. What's the story with those?
Well, they're actually magic hippie beads.
Really?
Yeah. Let me do a little something for. Hello, Australia. Let me. It's good booze. Let me do a little something for you here. These were given to me by Crosby, Stills, and Young. Nash wanted nothing to do with it. So here we go. I got a scissors here by Hippie Beads. Oh, can you put those back together?
Yeah, what's the deal with this? Okay.
We need a little bit of live, you know, to prove it's live. If it was taped, it would have been cut out. Okay. No pun intended. So here we go. My hippie beads. You cut the beads here. Now I have the empty string here. Let me put that in my mouth. Okay. I'm going to drink the beads.
Are you okay? Oh my God, are you guys seeing this? Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing in my mouth. Do that. One of my Crosby, Stills, and what do you say? Young? Yeah. Crosby, Stills, and Young beads. It's a pleasure to be here. I've known Roman for years.
Yeah, we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So that was my special magical guest, Eric Bonerz. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Bravo.
All right. Bye, Australia. Take care.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, so that was just a little interlude. Now I would like to introduce the guest, whose name is Jack Raglin, who's an old friend, or actually a new friend. And when I was invited to do this presentation, I thought, you know, it's an opportunity to reach out to people and share some of my interests. And Jack is someone I met mostly online because he is an expert of art that I am very, very fond of, named Enoch Bowles. And so the theme of this little introduction and this moment with Jack is just to share a particular interest of mine and to express how much research and the pleasure of inquiring and learning and uncovering things is a thrill. And this particular artist, Enoch Bowles, who we'll learn about in a moment, is someone who figures into the new film that I've just made called A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swann III. Some of his art appears in it. So anyway, this is just a little moment to meet Jack Raglin and to learn something about Enoch Bowles, who he was, how you learned about him. I don't want to rush you, Jack, but just give us the super condensed version of who he is and how you learned about it and what makes him fascinating to both of us.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me, Roman. This is really exciting. And it was very exciting for me when you called because Enoch Bowles was a very prolific artist, painted over 500 magazine covers from 1914 to 1943, hundreds of advertisements, but he's largely unknown, even though he was literally all over the newsstands back then. So when I found out that you were interested in him and we could share our interests, that was exciting. But he really was what I think is the prototypical pinup artist. He did covers for magazines such as Film Fun, which is one of the early film sort of history magazines. And then he did pulp magazine covers for what's called the Spicies or the Smooshes. And these were pretty hot items back then. People would go to jail if they got caught selling them on newsstands. So his stuff was very, well, I'd call it forward. Back then they would call it pornographic, but we don't think that. Well, I think things have changed since then. Certainly your movie is going to change things dramatically as far as his reputation, but he's become, I would say, one of the hottest illustration artists on the market.
Great, cool. So Jack, I don't want to rush us, but I think we have to press on. Thank you so much for being on our presentation. And I always love learning these details about Enoch Bowles and sharing our enthusiasm.
Thank you, and I look forward to your next acquisition.
Great.
Great talking to you.
Take care, Jack. Thanks so much for being present here at our event.
You bet. Bye. Thanks.
Thank you. The next person I'd like to introduce is someone who is a great friend of mine and a great collaborator. Jason is the person, my cousin Jason, introduced me to his music. His name is Liam Hayes. He's a wonderful music artist and also is recorded under the name Plush. So Liam, are you live here? Can we see you? There you are.
Hello.
So everyone, welcome Liam Hayes. You know, again, this is just an opportunity to say hello to some friends. Liam hails from Chicago, so you're obviously home in Chicago. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Cool. And I guess, you know, this is a little bit of an opportunity for me to chat about my movie. And Liam composed the music, and there are over 20 or 30 songs of Liam's that appear in my film. And just to give a little introduction, the film is called The Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III, and it stars Charlie Sheen, Bill Murray, Jason Schwartzman, and Patricia Arquette, and a few other kind of guest stars. And it's something I'm very proud of, and it will be coming out later this year, I hope. And Jack, who we met previously, some of the work of Enoch Bowles appears in this character's life. They're on his walls. But anyway, I guess, Liam, where do we begin? Maybe, would it be too much just to jump in and ask you to play a song? Maybe that would be something that you'd be willing to do for us? Or
Sure.
do you want to chat about anything?
Do you want me to play a happy song or a sad song to start?
Let's start with a happy song.
All right.
Okay. And just to introduce, this is a song, if I know what it is, I think it appears in my film. So you guys are getting a little taste in advance. So whenever you're ready.
All right.
I'm so happy that you're finally free. You jumped the fence, but you didn't take me. I'm in this jungle here all by myself. I got this song and not much else. Find a voyage on an endless sea. You couldn't stay and I couldn't leave. But if I had to do it all again, I'd love you twice as much as I did then. So much music, could it all ever save me? Since I was a baby, it almost drove me crazy. All the people living in the building, trying to find the feeling, just wondering what I'm doing. Life is strange, life is rough. Sometimes I think that I've had enough. Let it rain, just let it pour. I'll play, I'll sing, I'll rap the score. You can can take and you can take from me. I can take it 'cause inside I'm free. If I have to do it by myself, I'll move a mountain, I don't need your help. So much music, would it all ever save me? Since I was a baby, it almost drove me crazy. All the people living in the building, trying to find the feeling, just wondering what I'm hearing. No, I'm never gonna give up. That's the last thing that I've been thinking of. No, I'm not gonna give up. That's the last thing that I've been thinking of. In this life, there's really so much left. I remember, how could I forget that you're always here inside of me. I didn't fall far from the tree. There's so much music. There's so much music. There's so much music.
Liam is my favorite recording artist in the world. Okay, guys, we're running out of time. We have a final guest that we can't lose time to present. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a clip of my movie. It's a very brief clip. You guys will be the first to see anything in the whole world. We're going to run this clip, and I'm going to run over to my other location where the final guest is waiting for us. Everybody stay in your seats. It's an incredible surprise guest. You're going to love it. So play the clip of my film. It's very brief, so just dig it.
All right, this is going to hurt.
That is called a tease. Okay, so I'm going to run over across the street to introduce our next guest. Thank you for being here if I can't sign off.
Thank you very much.
So guys, we're here in my office with our new guest that we're about to reveal. Her name is Sheena. I'd like you to meet her right now so we can pan over. So Sheena is an 18-year-old Asian spotted leopard. And I thought I would just take this opportunity to just revel in the beauty of this incredible creature. Can you guys see the cat?
Yeah, we sure can.
I can't hear anything.
Yes, they can.
Okay, good. So this is just a moment to observe some beautiful jungle creature. Can you tell us a little bit about Sheena's, what her story is and her details of her life?
Yeah, we've had her since she was 3 months old. Like you said, she's 18. In captivity, they'll live until their mid-20s. And then she's been doing studio work her whole life. She's done Jungle Book and Heaven Almighty. We bought a zoo. Large number of different projects as well as commercials, things like that.
And what's her distinctive personality as an individual leopard? Does she have a sort of special quality?
As you can see, she's sort of very high octane. We get calls for her where she's like, we just need her to be still. Well, you've got the wrong leopard. Right. So she loves to move and do runs and bounce on things. As far as leopards are concerned, the higher the better. So I wouldn't doubt if she'd want to go higher and jump higher. But she is really, she's still a wild animal, but she is really a sweetheart. And she knows exactly what we're doing when we put her in her little moving enclosure to come onto set. So,
and does she enjoy working, like the thrill of
loves to work?
Can I go a little closer?
Absolutely. You know what, Roman? Why don't you go ahead and I'll come over with you and offer you that. You just put it out to her.
Okay. Hello, Sheena. Hello, kitty.
So hold the back up a little bit more so she gets some beans. Sheenie. There you go.
Mmm. Mmm. Is that just regular milk?
Just regular 1%.
What a beautiful animal.
She's not known for clean eating.
Can I pet her, or is that not advised?
What we'll do is actually I will take that from you.
Okay.
And then if you go towards Greg there a little bit, you can nice long strokes. Just like mom's tongue would.
Beautiful. Great. So I think our time's up, guys. Is that the end of our show? I can't hear anything. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I hear you now. So guys, thank you for your patience with our bizarre show we had. I enjoyed it. I got to meet a leopard tonight, and I hope you guys had fun, and thanks for so much for the invitation to be part of the show.
Thanks, Roman. We really appreciate it. It was amazing. Have fun.
My pleasure. Great. Thank you so much.
All right.
Signing off. Thank you.